All guns are loaded. Finger stays off trigger until I'm ready to fire the gun. Never point muzzle on anything I'm not willing to kill or destroy. Always know what is beyond in front of my target every single time before I shoot a gun. Now, this training is not a substitute. Having somebody alongside you to help you, teach you whether it be a shotgun, rifle, or pistol, to operate it safely and correctly. So I urge you to seek that out. Guns are dangerous. They're not toys, and we want to learn to use them properly. This weapon, I visually, physically inspect it to make sure it is a safe weapon. On the magazine, 2 more magazines. Just happen to have 2 more. Not for really for today, but for this, but what I was doing earlier. I want you to learn to increase your survivability as much as possible. Now, I speak primarily on the self-defense end of the house with what I do. And there are people out there that are like-minded with me with as far as I've said before, I want to know if it's something that I can use in reality that could save my life one day. Then that's what holds my interest. And we all have different areas that we're interested in. For me, that's what I'm into. So I want to show you some things maybe that can help increase your survivability. Now, I don't argue with people, and so don't even go there with me because I won't respond to it because, as I say, time is too precious. But if I can show you something that'll help you increase your odds of winning, then that's what I want to do. I want to be a help. And anyways, so let's talk about movement a little bit. A lot of times when we shoot, we take a silhouette and we'll staple it up on the paper, and we'll practice drawing, shooting that target, working it, and we'll hit and have some good hits and do well and so forth and so on. And that's good, and that's a part of training. We need that part of training. We do it in law enforcement, military, civilian training. They do it. We all do it. Target, learning to use those sights, proper grip and stance and all that good stuff. It shows we have a good understanding of the fundamentals, and it's just fun to do, and we enjoy doing it. But on the self-defense, the fighting aspect of the side of the house, let's go back over there and hang out for a while. I need to take it a step above that. I need to go beyond that. In that, that piece of paper I just stapled up of a silhouette and shot and done so well on, if we look at it realistically at the end of the day, all I've accomplished is an imaginary gunfight with a one-dimensional, unarmed piece of paper in one. That's what I did. So I need to go another level. So where's my next level? My next level, as an example, could be movement. And we've spoke about before that the average shooter loses 70% of their accuracy if they're having to shoot a moving target as opposed to a stationary target. So it's a good idea for me to move. Even if it's an empty hand situation, we learn the little basics of learning how to cover and we learn how to fire punches and so forth. But we're trying not to be hit, but to be able to hit. So it's no different. All things have been relevant to some degree. In a gunfight, I want to be hard to hit. I want to be able to hit them, but I want them to have a hard time hitting me. So if that bad guy, if he's having to try to track me with the muzzle of his gun, or whether it be a handgun or rifle, it's going to be hard for him to hit me if I'm moving, whether it be lateral or zigzag or whatever. It's going to be hard for him to hit me if I'm moving. Second of all, I'd venture to say if somebody's shooting at you, you're probably going to move anyways. That's kind of an instinctual thing. But understand movement is important. But then once I acquire the ability to be able to move, now I need to start thinking about the fact that my target is probably going to be moving also. So now it takes me to a whole nother dimension that I have to start thinking about, not just me moving, but as I move, try to hit a target that's moving. So we pick up the pace a little bit more, okay? So I want you to kind of think about that. Think about movement. Why would I move? Why would I move? Well, if it's a crowded situation, a lot of people, it could be an active shooter situation. It could be maybe you trying to get from one end of the house to the next end of the house. It could be, well, according to the FBI statistics, odds are pretty good that you could encounter more than one bad guy at a time. And I'm not going to stand there in a static position and try to just go back and forth between 2 bad guys, because usually I don't stand pretty good odds at that. I know it looks good on television, but in real life it doesn't work that way, sports fans. In real life, you stand still and you let them have time enough to put a beat on you, you're shot. So I want to incorporate movement. So anything that I do, we've worked our draw, we've practiced working our draw. Now what I want us to do is just work on our draw and just do a sidestep as I do it. So I want to sidestep and draw my gun. That's all I'm doing. Sidestep and draw. Sidestep, draw, sidestep, draw. Now, and even from here, working my reloads. Working my reloads with a little bit of movement. If I'm standing in a standing position, from here, work my reloads. Going to a kneeling position. So from every position, I want to work that. I may need that. And having done it, then it's a skill that I've acquired that maybe in real life it won't be exactly like that, but possibly close enough to it that I can glean from that and use it to save my life. For those of you who don't know, I had a birthday yesterday, and with that makes this the hardest part of that entire video, because you some more video there. Anyways, so you learn to use a little bit of movement with everything that we do. Hopefully I won't have to do a lot of that. But learn to use movement. Now, get you some dummy ammo to practice that with. Get somebody that can help you, teach you, to train you and stand alongside of you if you're going to use live ammo so you can do it safely. You could have done something 1,000 times, but you could have done it 1,000 times the wrong way. And sometimes you get with a professional that can look at you and critique you and say, hey, brother, you need to change this, do that. And it's going to make you faster, more efficient, and possibly even safer. So it's good to have that insight of some people that's been there and done that can help you. Real quick, this is my war bag. I carry this everywhere I go. I don't carry it around like a purse. No, I do not. And it's not a man purse. It is I call it my war bag. But in this, what I generally do with this, just kind of sling it around me. But if I need it, I can pull it around to the front, and I've got everything in this bag I need to work out of. What do I have in this bag? Well, let me just share with you a little bit. I have extra medication. I have high blood pressure. Yeah. And so I make sure I carry that with me. I carry, I've got C-locks or quick clot. I've got tourniquets. I've got a chest seal in here. I've got other knives in here. I've got a big knife up front. I've got glow sticks. I carry my glow sticks. I carry extra set of keys. I carry in here also. I've got another gun I carry in here, and a lot of extra magazines. I've got knives. I've got different methods of being able just to start a fire. But the point I'm saying is, it's just a little bag of emergency things that I think that I might need in a pinch. I've got different sources of lights and batteries for those lights. If I find myself stranded somewhere in my vehicle or whatever reason, and those people that know me know that if I go anywhere with you and I get in your car with you, this always comes with me. I have a great big one, and I have this one, a smaller one. This one goes everywhere I go. But basically, it's not being paranoid or anything like that. It's just having a bag of these essential things that you would need should you be stranded somewhere. And just kind of, it's not a bad idea to have one of these in your house and have a rally point within your home, so if something happens, the family knows where to go, and from that location, you've got everything that you need to get out the door and to do whatever, your keys for the car or whatever. I also have in here a little bag with every single moving part that goes to that, just in case that breaks, or that one. So point being, you just put in it what you think you would need in an emergency. And you don't have to carry it around with you like a purse. Just put it in the vehicle, carry it with you, have it there, have it in the house with you. You never know. But it's just being prepared. So everybody needs a war bag. If you guys like that kind of stuff, and we'll go over that, and one day if you want me to, I'll tear that thing open and show you everything I got in there. And trust me, I got everything in there. But if you guys like these videos that I'm doing, and just like today, we start incorporating movement with what we're doing, with what you've already done, working that draw. Now we're going to do it with movement, working that reload. Now do it with movement. If you like that type stuff, give me some feedback and let me know I'm in the right direction. Okay, because I understand, and I don't want to try your guys' patience, and I'm just, it's him again, and just go. If I'm getting old, let me know, and I'll be cool. My ego can handle it, trust me. But I do this because I want to try to be a public service. I want to be a help to you guys, because everybody says to me, man, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And I can't be everywhere, and I can't help everybody. And there's some super duper guys out there, my good buddies like Marty and some of them, and they understand what I'm saying. But this is a way that I can reach a lot of people at one time and say, hey, here's something to work on. Here's something to drill. And okay, so if it's a help to you, let me know, and we'll keep doing it. Real quick, and I'll be done. I'm sorry that I rattle. It comes with old age. Those prayer warriors that are out there, people that are praying, and that can sure enough ring the bells of heaven. I covet your prayers in my life right now. Please pray for me. And I'm being very transparent. Please, 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 please pray for me. Please pray for me. And with that being said, I appreciate your attention and the time that you give me today in your life. Life is precious and time is valuable. And when you choose to trade that off for time with me, I don't take it lightly. Thank you. And as we always say, remember, you're the